Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we celebrate what's good about Fresno and the Valley and the state. And there's so many great things going on, great businesses and people doing wonderful things. And we're here to tell you about them. Yeah. Our next guest is Tesi from Kiss Me Med Spa.
That's right.
Don't kiss me. I'm just saying that's the name of the business. Kiss Me Med Spa. And you get people kissable, I guess, is the plan.
Yes, that's always a plan, to be more kissable than the day before, yeah.
I've never been to one of these, and I don't know what you guys do there, so tell me about it a little bit.
Well, we are a medical spa. We do Botox and fillers, laser, skin tightening. We do some minimal dermatology, but we also celebrate the holistic route as well. So we do some other things that most med spas do not do.
I don't. You probably are like me. There was a day when you thought people are injecting Botox into your skin. That was the craziest thing in the world, but now it's so common, isn't it?
Yes. I think it's been about 20 years exactly since I had my first Botox injection, and Botox was pretty much new to the Central Valley at that time. And, by the way, it cost twice as much as it costs now.
Really?
20 years ago, yes.
Yeah. And the perception's safer, and people don't worry about it so much.
Well, it's been around so long now. There are some new competitors to Botox, but Botox has been around quite a long time. It's very safe if it's done in the hands of a provider who knows what they're doing.
Knows what they're doing.
Definitely.
I meant to say not Botox, but injectables. Is that a better word?
Well, Botox is an injectable. There's many different types of injectables, so yes.
Yeah. Now, is this just for women?
No, absolutely not. No, men like to look good just as much as women do.
And we just happen to have a picture here, right, of something like that.
Yes.
Up there. Here we go. This is the same man? This can't be the same man.
It is the same man. Yes, it is.
Wow. That guy looks like he's in his 20s below.
Yes, and he's actually in his 40s. And, he was in the military and he worked outside a lot. And mind you, he has not had any injectables. These results were achieved with a laser, a very safe laser, and the treatment is called Smooth Eye.
Smooth Eye. That is absolutely unbelievable. I don't know if I could zoom in on that, but I'm going to try to, because I just assumed it was some kind of her monitor just went out. I was assuming that it was some kind of injectable or something like that.
No, not an injectable. This is a once-a-month laser treatment. The treatment takes about 20 minutes to do, and every time you come in for the treatment, you're building collagen. And as that collagen builds over the months, it's a gradual improvement, but look at the difference on him.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. He's a good-looking man in the top picture, I got to tell you.
He's a very good-looking guy.
The bottom one, it's really something else. Now, collagen, I'm learning that, like I was complaining earlier, I got this thing down here. Isn't that from lack of collagen?
Well, as we age, as we have birthdays, a lot of different things happen in the aging process. We lose some bone. It's called bone resorption. So, for instance, your cheekbones that used to sit up nice and high start to be absorbed into the body, and therefore the tissue comes down. Same thing on the jawline and in the chin. And as the tissues come down, that's how we end up with extra tissue where we don't want it.
Right.
So we do lose collagen, and we lose that bone.
But are you saying you could gain collagen?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, you can. We can do collagen-stimulating treatments, which, by the way, is definitely a holistic or organic treatment because there's nothing being put into the tissue. So people who say things like, I would never want that into my body, they love these laser procedures.
And that's not surgery, it's not cutting, it's not injecting, it's just
and there's absolutely no downtime with this either. You're just a little bit pink when you leave.
I was going to say, here's this guy. Does he... is it like getting a sunburn or something? Or
no, you're not even that red. It's just slightly pink immediately after the treatment, and then that resolves quickly.
Now, say it again. Smooth skin?
Smooth eye.
Smooth eye. Okay, and you can have a smooth eye. The whole cracks along his eyes and under.
Yes, and those happen because of sun damage, and we lose collagen. Every time you squint a muscle together, like I said, he was in the military, so I'm sure he was outside a lot and squinting in the sun, and so that does break down your collagen.
A lot of squinting.
So he's had 8 treatments, if I'm not mistaken. So it's once a month, so those results transpired over 8 months.
Let's talk about this beautiful woman.
Okay.
I said it was a beautiful woman before you told me it was you, actually.
Yes, that's
so.
actually my photos. And I wanted to use my own photos because I can swear and promise that I did not do any kind of filter on them.
Right.
Because when you're looking at before and after photos online, you have
Yes,
no
you don't
idea what you are looking at. You know, even we don't know as providers what they've done to the photos. So I can tell you, I did not touch up my photos.
Okay. And tell us what we're seeing from left to right.
Okay, so the first photo was my before picture.
And there's some deep,
Yes, very
things
deep
going on
there,
there?
definitely, and around the chin, things that I don't like. And I can guarantee you, if I don't like it, other people don't like it on themselves either.
Yeah.
But the middle picture was after one treatment, and that
Is
was
this a
about
laser
5.
also?
It's a laser, yeah, and we're
The
going to talk
smooth
about
eye?
that. No, this one is
another
called
laser.
the 4D treatment. So the middle photo was 5 days after my first treatment. And as I said, each time you do a treatment once a month, you build collagen. So the final photo there was after my 6th treatment.
Sixth treatment.
So 6 months later, from start to finish, you can look at the lines around my nose, around my mouth. They have diminished significantly. And if you look at the tip of my nose, even your nose will
Yeah.
descend
You
down
can see
with
that, yeah.
aging. And it has kicked up my nose as well.
Now, you talk about holistic. You've restored some of the collagen, would you say?
Yes,
Your
that is
natural-
exactly.
It's very natural.
It's a very natural treatment. So this is all part of the holistic organic therapies that we are bringing to Fresno.
Now, where does someone start? Do they come in for a consultation?
Yes, it's always best. Oftentimes people call and say, I want this or I want that. And sometimes they don't realize that that isn't the right treatment for them. So we do like to do a consultation. We only charge $25 for that. And we apply that $25 towards your service. So
Towards your treatment,
basically it's a free consultation.
I have good news. I should have said this right up front. Is Karen Tesi from Kiss Me Med Spa is going to do this once a month. Come in and do her own show and
Yes.
talk about stuff just like this.
Yes,
So,
we're going to be talking about different treatments that we offer at our office. We'll talk about standard med spa things. We'll also talk about the holistic and organic side of things. And we'll be also able to answer any questions you might have.
you know why I like that? It's because I am bashful about going in.
Yeah.
So if I could hear you guys talk about it a bit once a month, I watch, I'm fine, I go in
Right.
and have some of the language down and say what I want, what I need.
Yeah.
And do people know what they want, or can I just go in, for example, and say, fix me, Karen?
Well, the best thing, as I said, is to come in for a consultation because sometimes people will say, I want Botox in my lips, okay? First of all, Botox never goes in your lips. You can put it around your lips.
Right.
You could put it down here, over here. There's so many places we can put Botox, but we know immediately if somebody says, I want Botox in my lips, that they really are naive about these kind of treatments. So a consultation is always best. And even if you are someone who's had treatments many, many times, things change. You know, protocols change, new things come out. And
You
as,
guys are always learning.
Oh, always. We just came back from a 4-day training in Las Vegas to get certified to do lymphatic drainage. And that's something we're going to be talking about as well.
There's a futurist author I read, is Malcolm Gladwell. He talks about you become an expert at something when you've done it 10,000 times.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
I want somebody who's done it hundreds or
Yeah.
thousands of times,
Yeah.
especially if they're injecting me. Because like you said, some people think they get the injection in their lip,
Right.
they don't. So.
Right, and I personally have been in this industry for 20 years. I've been a nurse for 40 years, but I've been in aesthetics for 20, and we just celebrated as a company our 10th anniversary. So we have done this 10,000
10,000
times.
times, right.
We definitely have.
Now, can anybody just set up a shop and say, hey, come on in, I'm going to give you Botox?
Well, you have to be a licensed medical provider, and California has very strict rules and regulations on who can own a medical spa, who can work in a medical spa, and all of those things. So other states in the country can be a little more lax. I know there was a time when estheticians could do laser hair removal in Nevada. In California, they would never allow such a thing. So we are definitely regulated by the medical board. My partner is a physician here in town, and he's the majority owner of our company. And so, we are regulated by the medical board and, of course, the nursing board.
I was kind of tiptoeing around this question, but can somebody, you have a doctor, a real
Yeah.
MD,
Yeah.
can somebody without an MD set up and do this kind of stuff?
Well, that is a very difficult question to answer. I think that there is in the works right now, perhaps mid-level practitioners might be able to open without a doctor, but I personally believe having a physician is very important.
Yeah,
It really is.
I want the med spa with the physician. I know where one is, too. Kiss Me Med Spa. So, and being a nurse for
40 years.
40 years,
Yeah.
when she's barely 40 years old. No
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah. I graduated from nursing school when I was 6.
6 years old,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, what are some of the things I used to hear, face peel or something? Or?
Yes. You can get a chemical peel.
Chemical peel.
You can get a laser peel if you want to go deeper. You can also get a very light laser peel if you're not interested in chemicals. There's a lot of people like that who are looking more for a holistic approach that don't want any chemicals at all. So we have options for all of you.
What about me? If I walk in, I say, what do I need? I mean, when you see me, you say, oh, wow, Mike could be sure use this or that. Do people know what they need, or can they just come in and say, what should I do?
They really should come in for a consultation. And when you come for a consultation to see us, we don't all of a sudden just say, oh, you need this, 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 and this, and this. It's going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. No, what we want to know is what brought you to the office in the first place? What is concerning you? And then once we find out what your goals are, what we can do then is we can just present a treatment plan that has options that could include injectables, maybe laser, maybe just some really good at-home skincare. Like I said, there are so many alternatives and different ways to get to the result you're looking for.
It sounds like everybody should have, maybe women do, I think a lot of us guys don't, an at-home skincare regime.
Oh, that's almost more important than what we do in the spa.
But you could help somebody get into that regime?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
We can recommend a home care program based on, your budget, your tolerance. I personally, for me, I have to have everything easy because I'm very busy. I don't want 15 products sitting on my counter. So I know for me, about 5 products is max for me. Some I use in the morning, some I use at night. I like to keep it simple. I don't want to spend thousands of dollars myself, and I'm sure most people feel like I do.
They think you do. Well, you look great.
Well, thank you.
I'm trying to be polite. How do I say how beautiful you are without
Thank
getting
you.
in too much trouble? I have every day, especially in the summer, about 4 in the afternoon, just grease is running down my face. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I need to go to a med spa and find out.
Well, if you're producing too much oil, we definitely want to get that under control. But the flip side of that is when you have oily skin, it keeps you looking younger than someone who has dry skin.
Really?
So if
I'm
you tell me,
blessed. I'm
oh,
truly
I'm so
blessed,
oily, I say, good for you. You're going to always look younger than your counterpart who has dry skin.
My glasses start sliding like this in the afternoon. It's just unbelievable. But
Well, if the oil is uncontrollable, then, we have definite things that we can suggest for you.
And so I just start washing my face twice a day, in the mid-afternoon. I don't know if I'm using the right thing, if it's good for me, if it's bad for me, or maybe I'm using the wrong thing, and that's why my skin's getting so oily.
Well, if you are using products that are drying your skin out too aggressively, then the body's going to respond by producing more oil. It's just the same as if you've ever been to the hairdresser and they tell you, do not wash your hair every day because it's going to cause you to produce more oil.
Is that why people get that oily hair real fast? So.
Yeah, well, that's part of the reason why. That's not always the reason why, but we don't want you to remove disturb the acid mantle on your skin. So, it's very individual as far as what products we think you would use.
And the point I'm getting to is I want a professional who does this all the time, who's
Yeah.
known 20 people who have what I have or 100 people what I have and can just say, go this way and go this way.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be able to hear about this every week right here on Central Valley Talk. And what week? Is it the 3rd week, the 4th week? I think the 3rd week, maybe.
I think
second week?
That I can't recall,
It's
but
one
I
of
know
those
it's going to be
4.
on Wednesday afternoons.
Wednesday afternoon, at 4 o'clock. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm excited to have you guys because we don't have
Yeah.
people. I mean, especially for me, I don't hear about this stuff, and I need to.
Well, we are all about education. We love to educate people, and Dr. Brenda Berry will be here with me on the show, I think, if not all of the time, at least most of the time. And we will be, telling you things that you always wanted to know about slowing that dreaded aging process.
Yeah. Very good. Anything else you want our viewers to know, Karen?
Well, like I said, we're very happy because we just celebrated last month our 10th anniversary, which 10 years is a big deal. We're very proud about that. We are located near Cedar and Herndon, and we are open evenings, 2 days a week, and 1 Saturday a month.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
we have, we try to be available for everybody.
Right. I put a phone number up there. I forgot to say, is this the correct number? 559-838-0500?
That's correct, yes.
Got that right. So people could call,
Yeah.
get a consultation, $25. They can apply that towards
Yes.
any treatment they get, and it sounds good.
Yeah, and also you can see a lot of our before and afters on Instagram. It's Kiss Me Med Spa on Instagram. And we also have a monthly newsletter that I send out that tells you everything that's new, what we're doing, what we're learning, what we're rolling out. So you can sign up at our website to get a copy of the newsletter, and we'll be talking about that moving forward.
Very good. Karen Tesi, she's been coming here a long time.
Yeah,
She
long
knows
time.
what she's talking about. She's a professional in her field and also a nurse.
Yes,
Very good.
yes.
We will be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this. I'm going to leave these pictures up for our viewers to look at. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.